Hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm tucking the truck here perfectly.
All I ever do is work, I don't get no rest.
Man,
I know the first night is on the way.
crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble walk.
You just wouldn't believe how much rocking the truck is doing. Oh shit.
Oh, me drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends,
Tremendous
I swear the page goes live.
coming in. Currently, I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries. But semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, but man, the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is a tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
All right, what's up, everybody? Got them dancing heads out there. Everybody banging their heads. Oh, I cut the music off. Damn, it was the best part of the song. Production failure 101. Oh well. Hey, it's Wednesday. The day after Taco Tuesday. We actually had tacos last night. Everybody have tacos last night? I was going to take a picture. Julie did a really good job with the spread last night. We had a good old setup of tacos here at the house. So welcome everyone to the Daily Brew. Counting down the days. We're almost in April. That's 1 month closer to hurricane season. May 15th, the NHC officially starts doing their daily 2 p.m., 8 p.m. updates. That's where we get our little colored circles. That's next month. Sneaking in. And this is little Hunter, by the way. We showed Louie on Monday. This is Hunter. They share their days. And he's doing a lot better. He's been healthy. Loving that. All right, we're going to say hello for a few minutes. Then we're going to get into the weather. Shelly had steak. What's up, Miss Shelly Rosh? Miss Sheila. Ian Campbell need an anchor for Jamaica. Getting some big trade winds down there. A lot of winds from the east, Mr. Ian. How's it going, Danny Lynch? No rain for the Keys, I know. Next week's front might make its way down. We'll see about that. This one definitely didn't. What's up, Miss Katie Haley? What's up, Miss Lisa Reed? What's up, Lexi Rucker? Phyllis from Southern Ohio. I saw frost up that way. Whoever was asking me about Carolina frost, I said maybe Wednesday morning, but it didn't make it much out of the mountains. But there was frost in the Appalachians this morning. Good morning, Mr. Mike Soul, Mr. Danny Lynch. I just got a text from Quest. I got to go get blood work this morning for my yearly physical, so I'm drinking coffee. Well, anyway, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. We love them to death. I shared a nice little tweet last night. We were celebrating the back porch, doing nothing for the evening. I actually watched a weird movie called the R.I.P.D. I think that was the one with Ryan Reynolds in it. It was kind of odd. I tried to get the girls to watch it. They weren't having it. But I was enjoying a margarita from my good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They have the best goodies here in the great state of Florida. So big props to them for supporting us and all our fellow Floridians. Phyllis, no, he's not asleep yet. Good morning, Mr. Eric. I just bought tickets for Sunday. We're going to the Rays game on Sunday. Anybody going to the Rays game on Sunday? Should be fun. Had a great interview yesterday with the Florida Trend magazine. They came to the house for 2 hours. And I got a great spread coming out in the magazine here in a couple of months. I got a phone call today with the headshots from Tempest Weather Station. I've been bragging a lot about them. They're excited to be a partner. So I'll be doing that this afternoon. Then I'll hopefully get my 2 o'clock nap with my boys Hunter. It's always busy. Got 3 or 4 Hurricane Expos coming up. A lot of stuff here in the month of, and I got my new shirt on. Check it out. Yay! I love my new shirt, the new logo for the year. It's great. But anyway, a lot of stuff cooking. I know Shelly's excited about this. We're going to officially share the cruise link with Brew Crew. Got the link ready, Shelly? I'm going to post it here later. But we already got last year's cruisers in that are ready. We have a bunch of Brew Crew people in. We're about halfway full already, believe it or not. So we're going to have our 2024 cruise next year. Let's see if the graphic pulls up. There it is. So that's official. I knew it would do that. It always does that. I got to click another link here. Let's see. Where is it over here? But it's official. Let me pull this up here. I have it over here, and boom. See how long it lasts. There it is. The cruise. All right, so it's 3rd annual. We're sailing on Royal Caribbean again. This one's a little longer, back to 6 days. The other one was a little too short. But Royal Caribbean's a big partner of ours. They're going to be doing a lot of stuff with our group again, a little bit more than this time. But we're on spring break again for 2024. Most of the counties here in the South, especially Florida, are on spring break that week. Great week. This one's going down to Labadee, which is a part of Royal Caribbean, and Puerto Plato, I don't know, and Nassau. And then 2 days at sea. So we got a lot of perks with that. A lot of fun. We learned a lot. This is our 3rd annual. And we welcome all of our Mike's Weather Page friends and families to join along. We'll be doing a conference again, giving away certificates, doing a meet and greet party, doing the group shot. That was awesome fun. So there's the official graphic. We'll be sharing the link in a little bit. The link will give you direct access to Miss Kim Shipley, who will reach out to you. 120% customer service approval rating. She did amazing last year for us. And we love her to death. So we're excited. 3rd annual. And it'll be the best one yet, because we learn a little bit every time we do this. And I'm excited about it. So we got a year to plan, all right, everybody? Got a year to plan. Next March. Got a year to plan. We'd love to see you. All right. So, weather today, quiet. We have this Canadian Clipper low spinning around, whipping its tail around through Michigan right now. Going to bring snow to Pennsylvania, maybe parts of Maryland and West Virginia. It's going to be whipping around New York, New Jersey out to sea by the morning. But the Northeast getting a tail end of a low pressure flipping through Canada right now. That's about it. We got that low out in California that's going to be setting up, coming across and merging with our frontal line in Thursday, Friday. Friday, big storms are coming. So we're going to talk about that. That might reach down the Gulf and East Coast on Saturday. And then South Florida yesterday indeed had summer-like thunderstorms, and we have more of that the same today. So if you're living down in South Florida, around Okeechobee, a little bit farther north of Okeechobee, might be just missing the west coast of Florida, and they're going to drift eastward. today. Thunderstorms. Summer in March. So, anyway, so let's say Eric. Oh, Eric's saying they might retire Ian. I'm almost 100% sure they're going to retire Ian. 100% sure. 100% sure. All right, so there's today. Tomorrow, things start getting going a little bit. There's the start of our little frontal system. Let me get my arrow working over here. Sometimes the arrows don't work. Sometimes I got to turn the thing on and off again. I've learned that. I don't know why, but that's what makes it work, and it works. All right, so our low's setting up tomorrow. Here you go. Big problem here on Friday, and it might reach down here on Saturday. Okay, so here's tomorrow. Storm setting up. The big day, of course, is Friday. Huge area of potential storms. That's a lot of area. That's all the way touching Louisiana, all the way up to Great Lakes. That's massive. So we got a huge system developing. Probabilistic, 3-day probabilistic, already showing a huge hatched area. That's hatched area is significant severe, meaning probably going to be more than enhanced, possibly, which is pretty bad. So that's shaping up. We got this springtime pattern. I shared it with Brew Crew yesterday or Monday or Tuesday. I forget the day, but definitely next week we have another round coming. The same thing. But this is Friday. Got to definitely keep your eye on this. It is going to make its way Saturday, and we could have storms here across the deep south and east coast. I had some NASCAR friends asking about Virginia. It looks like it'll clear out Saturday by about 2 o'clock on Saturday, and it's moving out to sea fast. So it'll be long gone. A little bit might be lingering out into Florida on Saturday, but not a lot of moisture. But it looks like this is going to push its way through Florida. This is what we're talking about for Friday and Saturday this week. Here's Friday. Let's just go to Friday night. This doesn't really show you the severe threat, but it does show you one thing. 988 pressure over the Great Lakes usually indicates pretty strong storms. Anytime you get sub 1,000 pressure over land, this is 988. Pretty significant storms. As this tail wraps around, he pulls up this Gulf moisture. You can see that here on windy.com. All these little arrow barbs are sucking up to the front here, and you get a clashing frontal line. All that warm Gulf air. The Gulf's 5 degrees above normal. That's just helping fuel this. And it's going to be a nasty day on Friday. So as we get into Saturday, let's go Saturday morning. All right, so here's overnight. Here's Saturday midnight, about right here. All right, our low's pulling on out of here. It's heading up to Canada. Got a big old truckload of Molson beer, and it's moving back to Canada. This little low originated off the northwest coast. Yesterday I shared the spinner, and it came down around California, and it came through, believe it or not, came around, merged with this front, and that's the energy that's pushing this storm. But if you got plans on Saturday, here you go. This is Saturday, 7 a.m. You can see this line still hanging on, 984 pressure. Pretty massive. They're going to have a lot of snow on the backside up in normal areas this time of year. But this is what we're going to be watching. How far down does it go? This is Saturday noontime. So we could have some storms in Texas, across the upper Gulf, nearing the East Coast Saturday around noon. We'll see how far these get down into Florida. East Coast, 2-3 p.m. Could be pretty heavy across the eastern seaboard Saturday afternoon. And it'll be out of here Saturday p.m. There you go, 6 p.m. It looks like it's getting on out of here. This is Saturday night. We'll see what's left here across northern Florida. High pressure kind of ruling the roost down here in Florida, but you can see the line. This is Saturday night. Might make its way, however, down even to the Bahamas here. This is Sunday morning. So there's our frontal line. You can see the air coming in. It'll be right here. So there you go. We'll have anybody out there cruising, fishing. Expect wavy conditions Sunday morning. It looks like it kind of goes south. Even our buddy Ian down there might even inch towards you, maybe here. But that's a pretty deep little front. This is Monday morning. So we'll see what's left here. I don't know. There's not going to be a lot of moisture attached to it. And as we saw with this last front, last week, we're going to have a little pulse of energy. The deja vu. It's almost a day later, but this is Sunday night, Monday morning. We're going to see another little pulse of energy on the backside of this front here come across. So you'll be watching for that later Sunday. This is Sunday afternoon. So we're going to have, same like we saw with this last front. We're going to see a little bit of energy get kicked up here, high pressure, and Sunday afternoon, later Sunday though at least, and this is going to be into Monday. So we could see some storms on Monday develop across the upper Gulf here. We'll see what that does. This is next Monday morning. So that's that. You can see it, right? Frontal line bends back up. Storms late Sunday, Monday. And then our next system is on its way. And that one is already being shown here, day 7 for next Tuesday. Same setup, same deja vu setup, strong storms again. This one will likely bring more storms, on Wednesday, midweek. So Tuesday, Wednesday, next week, it happens all over again. And we're in this pattern. If you look at the big global 500 millibar, waves, you can just see this jet stream pattern is working in this spring stormy weather pattern that we see a lot of, and that's happening back to back to back. So pay attention to that. RE Rigs, what you talking about, buddy? Hey, Kitron, what kind of truck accessories? What's up, Miss Mary Krause? Must be the weekend. What's up, Dale Keinberg? How you been, brother? Hennessy's a good little spot, man. It's smoke free now. We might hit it tonight. Hey, Tabletop Greek. East Coast is going to be your normal squall line. Saturday afternoon, Saturday early evening. It should be on top of you. Late. It's going to be fast moving squall line. Not sure what kind of severe threat they're going to give you guys, but, squall lines this time of year, they're normal. It's just your normal, here's tropical tidbits here. We'll check it out. We'll get some higher resolution modeling here in a couple days, but, Saturday PM, it's almost off the coast here, so it's a fast mover. And should be long gone. So there's that. Long range stuff here. I always like to look at this map. This kind of gives you everything in a nutshell. This is 331 to 404. This kind of gives you an idea of what's going on temperature-wise, average temperature-wise. Obviously strong storms on Friday, heavy rain. Part of that, we got some heavy snow on the tip of Maine. Heavy snow up here. And obviously we got the low, or actually it's a little higher. But anyway, you get heavy snow here. Heavy rain here as this thing moves on out of here. A lot of snow out west from our next system. We've got wildfire risks enhanced. I haven't seen this on this map in a while. High winds on the backside with dry humidity. Hey, what we got today, though, is interesting. Check this out. So, it felt cool this morning, right? I took a little ride and got some coffee at my local 7-Eleven on the go. A little brisk out there. It was like 69 degrees out. And I'm like, it's freezing. You're from South when it's cold at 69. All right, here's what we got tomorrow. So tomorrow, let me pull this up. Here's tomorrow's map. So here's your water vapor map tomorrow, but you kind of get a sense of what's going on. We're going to have dry air. This is our frontal line. So frontal line Thursday. You can see that front pushes through Florida. Here it is. Let me get that guy out of the way. But here's your frontal line bending back up. here's that next system digging in with the jet stream here, setting up for storms on Friday. So this will be everything's setting up for that. There's our moisture field coming up. The dry air, though, is what I'm going to get at. So tomorrow, this brown, the yellow and oranges represent very dry, very low dew points. So it'll feel very crisp and cool tomorrow for most everybody. Maybe even down in the South Florida, maybe. It looks like it's going to try to push through today. So tomorrow morning, most of y'all in the Southeast at least will feel a change. A change in the air. A change is coming. Let's look at today. This ought to be interesting. So we got some varying high temperatures today. I kind of like this a little bit. Let's look at the high temps today, because you're going to see it even tomorrow. We're gonna see for most everybody, it's going to feel a little cooler and a little drier. Then we'll look at that setup in the Midwest and really get a feeling of how widespread this thing's going to be. I'm looking for something that says NWS here, right there. Boop. So temperatures today, this is interesting. So high temperatures today, most everybody north of Gainesville are going to be in the upper 60s today for highs today. So very brisk, very cool. Pensacola might not hit 70. Panama City Beach 70. We got New Orleans 68. 60s. Mobile. This is high temperatures. Now down south, 87 Miami. That's why we're going to have summer storm boomers popping up, and we're going to have afternoon thunderstorms. It's going to still be 85 in Tampa today. Tomorrow, though, not what I thought. It's still going to be hot. Still low 70s across the panhandle, though. But that ain't too bad. Let's look. Does this have dew points? Let's see here. No, we can go to HRR, though. It's going to be drier, though. A dry 82 is a lot better than a wet 82. Nobody likes a moist 82. Who wants a moist 82? Here's dew points. Let's see if it just pops out to tomorrow. Oh, 12Z hasn't really run yet. So your dew points tomorrow, like tonight, for example, we're going to be in the low 50s for most I-4 area north, low 40s up north. These are your dew points. This is what makes it feel cooler. Now, tomorrow, look at this, tomorrow noon. All right, so here's Thursday noon. See these dew points? Even though it's going to be 80s, we got a 53-degree dew point tomorrow. And for me. Anything blue is 50 degrees dew point. Low 60s for our Naples buddies and Eric down there, Fort Myers area. Even the low 65 in Fort Lauderdale. So even though it might be 80 tomorrow around noontime, look at this 49-degree dew point at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for Tampa tomorrow. So that dry air is going to be in place, and it's going to feel cool out. It won't feel like normal 80. It'll feel like cold 80. There's dry air coming in tomorrow, and there's not going to be very much moisture in place. So, all right, enough of that. So anyway, that's cool, right? Let's see the weekend real quick. We might as well look at the weekend. So we talked about the weekend, Upper Gulf Coast. We kind of figured that out. We know that the Upper Gulf Coast could have some storms to worry about this Saturday. Sunday looks pretty darn good. Temperatures here for the highs. We get into Saturday, we're kind of back in the 90s again, and I-4 South, 80s. Sprinkled in, nothing out of the norm too much. Today, though, is interesting. Let me show you what's going on in the Northeast. So my mom and dad are up in Pennsylvania right now. And they're actually going to get some snow. So we have a low pressure system right now currently entering Michigan. Could be snowing up Michigan, but by tonight we're going to see a snowy little squall line, frontal line, That's actually going to, let's go to Levi's site. You can see it a lot better on Tropical Tidbits. We're going to see snow for a lot of people tonight, this evening. So this is what it's going to look like. This is later tonight, Wednesday. There you go. There's your snow line. And it's going to be fast mover, but we could see snow sneak in for some folks on the East Coast, New Jersey northward. I guess you call that a Canadian clipper, fast-moving low-pressure system. Apparently. I think R.E. Riggs told me that, and I forgot all about these little guys. There's that little low right here. You can see it right here. Boom, boom. And it's going to move on out of here real quick. But in the meantime, it whips its little tail across like whoosh. We should have sound effects like a whoosh. Whatever that is. All right, so the big storm's coming Friday. Let's look at the 500 millibar. You get a really good sense of what's happening. Big low pressure system. Anytime you get a cyclone over land, yes, that's a cyclone. It's a low pressure area. When you get a cutoff low like that, it just naturally brings in storms, and that's what we got. So this little sucker started right here. You can see the evolution. Let me see if I can find a cooler looking graphic here. Maybe it would be 500 here. Nah, it really doesn't show. Well, yeah, it does kind of show you that. Okay, this is kind of neat. All right, so we talk about the tropics a lot, mid-level, high, upper level lows. They have to reach the surface to become tropical. But this time of year, we do get some surface mid-level lows, and this was that spinner that I showed yesterday that it was hugging the northwest coast. So if you watch the progression of this thing, kind of watch it merge and then move off this way. This is showing rotation, which we could probably see right now. Let's take a look at the weather nerds real quick. It's really fascinating to see it, actually. I don't know if it's made landfall yet. It's trying to. So this low right here, let's put it in loop. Here it is, hugging down into California. Up in the rain chances for them again. They got nothing but rain here in the last. So there it is. Look at that little spinner. Isn't that cute? Look at that sucker. So it's already got the seed planted, right? It's already got the makings of a low. And it's incredible when you see these. I don't think we're going to see visible yet because it's still dark out west. 6:46 out west. I don't think it's daylight yet. Nope, not daylight yet. Let's see, infrared here. Let's see if we can see a better shot. This is live, so visible. It's really going to be amazing today. There it is right there. Look at that. That awesome. You can see it spinning away, right? Look at that bad boy. That's crazy. Let's see if we got any cinnamon bun water vapor imagery we can look at. This is weathernerds.org, by the way. The gentleman's name is Mr. Matt. And he's telling me to wait. Well, you saw it. Anyway, come on. We'll try again one more time. Refresh. Try again. There it is. All right. So let me go to water vapor. Holy cow. All right. It's over here. Anyway. Let's see, one more zoom here. Let's see if I can really zoom in on it. I'll try to get closer to it. We'll do it right here. All right. One last shot. There it is there. And we go loopy. And there it is. All right. Cinnamon bun time. All right. See that little low pressure system spinning away? This is amazing, right? It's mid-level low. It's coming down. It's whipping in moisture right now into California as tropical. Well, this isn't tropical, but as systems do. But this is the heart. This is what it's going to do. This is it. Comes across California. Here's tomorrow. Merges with that front. And then boom. Look at that low right here. So that's very intense low pressure system over land. These mid-level lows introduce a lot of possibilities of strong storms. You start getting competing winds here. You get jet stream winds, you get winds coming in off of the Gulf, and you just get all kinds of instability in the atmosphere. And when these things reach the surface, that's when you have the chance for really rapid development, possibly EF2 and greater, because these things actually become surface lows in a sense, and bad stuff happens. So that's pretty intense low. That's why the Storm Prediction Center tomorrow is showing the possibility of some really severe weather on Friday. So we'll keep an eye out on that. I mean, all the signs are showing a lot of strong storms stretching out ahead of this thing. And like I said, they're questioning what's going to happen in the southeast on Saturday. We're probably going to get some sort of alert for Saturday. Storm Prediction Center saying severe potential could extend into Saturday. Appalachians, Mid-Atlantic, Southeast. So expect storms Saturday. And we'll see how much energy is left. Sunday, there could be a little bit left, but not really. Remember, this thing's going to back up on Sunday. So, again, later Sunday this time around. But on Sunday, as our front flattens, you're going to see it. This front moves its way down, but some of that energy bends back up. And on late Saturday, Monday, Monday, we're going to see the potential of like what we saw last time with our last front, a little bit of pop in here out ahead of it. Now the next system's doing the exact same thing. This is Monday, by the way. The storm chances late Sunday into Monday along the upper Gulf Coast here is this thing. A little bit of that energy gets pushed off. And if you look at the high pressure system where it's set up, look, it kind of wraps around there, right? So that's going to mean dry again. You look at the 5-day rain map for Florida and the southeast. If you look at 7-day forecast, very little rain. This is 7 days. This is virtually nothing. Now this is accumulation. We're still going to have storms through the East Coast, but accumulations are going to be small. You know, squall lines don't sometimes dump a lot of rain. So overall rainfall, other than South Florida, next 7 days, Wednesday to Wednesday here, looking really dry across the south, and that's not good for drought conditions that we're seeing. I'm waiting on a new drought report to come out for Florida. It should be out today, maybe. Maybe it's out now. Nope. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow, we should get a new update here. But this, I expect Eastern Carolina, we're just seeing normal, this is all this dry pattern that we're in with this high pressure being locked in. So Florida's definitely got a lot of areas here under severe drought, and unfortunately this will probably get increased for the state. So there's already some counties doing some banned burns. There's a lot of wildfires popping up again. I'm a little worried about tomorrow because we're going to see really dry air coming in tomorrow. Let's look at that wind potential tomorrow down in the south here with Florida at least, because we're going to see a very low humidity tomorrow and a lot of wind possibly as this front comes in. Maybe not that much wind actually, so that's good news. More today actually. So maybe not a red alert tomorrow. Red alert, there needs to be some significant winds in order to create a wildfire threat, but it is going to be gusting 20s and 30s across the state. So the wind isn't as bad as I thought. HRR, not so much. So dry, yes. Low dew point, yes. Maybe the winds won't allow anything too bad to happen. So like I said, next week we got another storm. Let's take a look at what that's going to look like. So next week we got another round of action. Another low pressure, mid-level low setting up to, next week. This next one's Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, so here it is. Here it is on Tuesday, 989 pressure. Again, that's very low pressure across the middle part of the U.S. 989. That's incredible. That's like, those are pressures when we talk about hurricanes. 984, 980. So that's some serious deepening pressure here on Tuesday, Wednesday that we're going to have to watch. Heavy snow on the backside. Big storms out on the front side. This is next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday. This is what I teased in the Brew Crew. If you guys are in the Brew Crew, you knew I mentioned it. And it's looking like it's going to happen. 978 pressure next Wednesday, Tuesday night, Wednesday. So another repeat round. Those storms next week. Eric, you got a 40% chance of rain. Mike Soul, yeah, so my buddy Matt Devitt did a six month report. So Ian was 6 months ago, yesterday, and Wink News did do a before and after. Remember, they got hit pretty hard. They got flooded and had damage, had to evacuate. They were right down there in Cape Coral. So, is that the shirt, Shelly? Rain today. Let's take a look at Florida real quick. I try not to talk about Florida too much, but we do have the only storm showing up on SPC for the southeast, so it's worth showing. So here's what we got. Same as yesterday. Boom! This starts out about 2, 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Thunderstorms down south. The flow is west to east, but could be pretty heavy. I'm telling you. It bubbled up good yesterday. A little more chance today. A little more moisture down there out ahead of this front because it's going to be hot down there. But look at that. Eric, you're right. I don't think the West Coast is going to get it. It's that west-east flow. I think most of these are going to be developing inland over. Oh, God, I showed Tampa. It's not going to happen in Tampa. Most of these are going to be like right on the coast. Now, tomorrow, there is a little sign of a wind change with this incoming front. So, tomorrow, because of that approaching front, that big strong system that we're talking about, right, for Friday, the winds are shifting a little bit more into this thing. So that means anything that develops is going to be more prone to move off this way. So possibly tomorrow, South Florida could see a little bit more down Naples, maybe Fort Myers tomorrow. But today, it's staying away from the coast. You can see the wind flow. I love looking at wind flow. I joined Progressive Insurance because I like wind flow. Wind flow. So here's today's winds. You can kind of see it. They're kind of stagnant, but you get the sea breeze boundary setting up. You can kind of see it right here. Winds in, winds out, and then ends up winning and going that way. So not thinking the extreme coastal areas today are going to get some, but possibly tomorrow you can get some down south. I think wind flow, weather flow. See, everything's flow. Progressives flow, tempest flow, weather flow. By the way, so I got this link on my site. This is my most super duperest exciting thing ever was this weather station. Man, I've had them in the past where you had to mount them, big old bulky things. You know, this little guy is the boom. I don't know how they do it. It's a little unit. It does wind. It does lightning. It does dew point. It does solar power. There's no batteries. Phenomenal. The Wi-Fi range is incredible. I'm not, they sent me one. So I'm promoting them for them because I got one on my truck. But I didn't realize the link they gave me has a 10% discount. So when you click on the link, you get an automatic 10% discount. So I clicked on one just for fun, and you can see it. Let's see here. Remove. How did I do it here? Oh, I'm not going to see it. I don't know. Where did it go? I don't know if that's the one I did or not. Oh, when I hit checkout, I think the code automatically gets going or something. I don't know. There it is. So when you hit checkout, it doesn't show it right away, but when you hit checkout, see the MWP code, $32 off. So it applies a discount code for it. I didn't even know there was a code. So there's a code. There's always a code. Code. I had my buddy Kyle Weatherman, new NASCAR driver in Xfinity. He's actually really good. I watched him. He was asking me for a Richmond weather update. He's like, you need to sponsor the Weatherman. Weatherman. What are we going to talk about? I'm going to read comments for a little bit. Hey, Candy Knowles. Texas had storms too. I did talk about you guys in Texas. Right now, currently too, you just had some leaving the south. There's that hurricane conference coming up in South Padre Island. I was thinking about maybe going to. It's South Texas, so that's about as far south as you can go. So let's take a look at the Google radar here. We'll zoom on over to Texas and check it out. I think there's a little rain up around Houston right now. A little bit. There's the beginnings of our... well, I don't know what that is, actually. I don't think that's the beginning of anything. But anyway, we did have a little storms here. This was 6:45 this morning. Is that what you're talking about? Who was talking? Candy, where are you at in Texas? Are you right here? So this is where the hurricane, some conference thing, South Padre Island. I was looking at it yesterday. South Texas. This was this morning, 6:45 a.m. You can see it rolling off. That was this morning, 7 a.m. What is that anyways? I got to look at my surface charts here. I don't even know what the hell that is. I think that's just the frontal line backed up. Yeah, kind of. It's just kind of part of this leftover frontal area. Just driving in moisture. Remember we were talking about tropics. So there's a lot of buzz about El Nino, La Nina. I'm already seeing it. I knew I would. You're going to hear about it a bazillion times. Every news article is going to talk about us going into an El Nino summer. Typically, there is less hurricane activity during an El Nino year, especially down the Caribbean and storms that come across the Atlantic. So that is a given, right? The number of named storms usually is less during an El Nino year. But it doesn't matter because it only takes one. And I know I reference it all the time, but Michael and Florence were El Nino years, and so was 2004 in Florida. So Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, Northern Atlantic, doesn't seem to be affected by the wind shear that El Nino causes as much as that helps disrupt storms. So I still got my eye on the potential of the fact the Gulf is getting warm. It's hot. It's 5 to 6 degrees above normal right now. What if they fixed our graphic? This thing hasn't been updated in a while. Still February 2nd. Man, I wonder what's going on with that. And then, this is the TAF site, and you got all their hyperlinks here, and they haven't changed it. So they just haven't updated it. I don't know why. There's all kinds of cool stuff on this graphic site. You can get all kinds of good old goodies. This is what I do. Everybody asks me about the page. Well, the page is, there's so much data out there. It's just so hard to find it. And putting it all together on one page has been kind of my thing, I mean, even government people have told me they enjoy, the page because it puts it all on one page versus trying to find it all. So that's always been my thing, But as far as tropics go, like I said, El Nino, La Nina. Now, El Nino does sometimes. So El Nino, the subtropical jet stream, right? Like right now, currently, the subtropical jet stream is stationed, and it's really bringing in moisture from I was hoping Hawaii would be in there. Can I zoom out? I don't think we'll zoom out any more than that. Nope. Let's try North Pacific. There you go. Okay. So the subtropical jet stream, right now, they call this the Pineapple Express because a lot of it generates right over top of Hawaii. And the way the jet stream works out eventually, it changes the pattern of storms. And typically in the south, for El Nino years, you do have more rain in the winter and fall and maybe more storms because of the jet stream placement. So El Nino, regardless of what happens in hurricane season, sometimes means a more stormier southeast wintertime pattern. So we'll see if that holds true or not. But that's also a statement based on history that I gotta pee. Every time I do a physical, I forget I gotta drink because you gotta pee, and then I'm like, then I gotta suck down the water. There's nothing worse than trying to have to go pee when you don't have to. You're like, I just drank 2 bottles of water. So I'm not going to go to the bathroom. So I changed things up on the site. I love my Windy app. You know that. So I don't know what I had here before, but this is my favorite version of the Windy app. This is the Euro. This is a live look at the weather right now this what we're looking at right here. This is an awesome plug-in. I donated to them, by the way. We love them. And when you click on it now what you could do on the page is this. You can hit the play button, and it's the 10-day Euro. I didn't know if you knew that or not. So you don't have to leave the site. You can just hit the button, and it's got a time a time bar down here. Thursday, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going by hour, and you start to just get a set. You can hit stop, Friday morning. You start to see the low up here. Now you can drag it around just like you do on the website. You stop here, Friday, 8 p.m. There's the big storms setting up. You can zoom in here. Everything's all like right there. I love it. And then when you click on it, before I defaulted to the wind one, I didn't like that. So now it at least defaults to the main picture. And what's great about this one right here is it includes Texas, the Gulf, the Caribbean, and the Atlantic. And so it's kind of a good snapshot of what's really going on at the current moment with your high pressures and low pressures and where the storms are and all that. Then you can click things like wind, zoom out. But it's I just love it. I love it. I love you, man. Anyway, all right. That's about it, rambling. I got to go to the doctor. What else we talk about? Did you see Dennis Phillips wearing flip-flops the other day? What was up with that? What's up, Mr. Tom Baffa? You got your station hooked up, man? Hey, Lori Rye, how's Bermuda doing? One day we'll get over there. Maybe we'll cruise to Bermuda, Shelly. That'd be kind of fun. Poor Bermuda gets all the backside of these storms. There you go. Oh my goodness! Look at that. Speaking of Bermuda, look what you got coming. It might go just to your north. It is. Just missed you. The big stuff. That's later today. Might get a little drizzle here and there, but man, look at that. That low pressure just scooted right by, just to your north. Right now, actually. Not just missing you. Maybe some sprinkles, Lori. Rainy day. Oh, it is raining, Lori. I wonder who. We don't have. Oh, we do have weather. Oh, yeah, we do have. Awesome. We have live radar from Bermuda. And it's raining. Well, you did get a bunch earlier today. So there you go. Got more coming on the top side of you. These fronts go off to Never Never Land, and then they leave their little tails for our friends at Bermuda. What's Earth Knoll looking like, Katie Haley? We should put on Jimi Hendrix when we played Knoll School. So there's our frontal line. Low pressure here near Bermuda. Like I said, sometimes this time of year, that's how we get little quickie spin up tropical systems from tail end to fronts when these low pressures sit stagnant for a little while. Isn't it cool to see how the mountains, these strong east winds, Ian was saying it was really windy in Jamaica. Look at that. He ain't kidding. Coming in hard in from the east. Right here. But the big mountains of Hispaniola, look, these winds come in and they get diverted. Incredible, right? Puerto Rico, pretty windy day. The Virgin Islands getting some big winds. These are your easterlies. But as far as tropical development goes, water temperatures are quite warm. Let's go to Bay News 9. Check them out. Current temps here on Clystrong 9, Bay News 9 here, local Mike and Brian. Look at that. So we already got 80s. Warming up fast. Won't be long now. Lori, come please visit. That'd be nice. I love defending Bermuda when people talk about fish storms. Jonathan, it feels like 57. Yeah, wait till tomorrow, man. The dew points are going to be so much lower tomorrow for everybody in the southeast, man, with this front drying things up. It's going to be incredible. For sure. So, anyway, we had a cool parade last week. I didn't get to go to it. My buddies, remember we were in that parade, but I did see a cool parade from our buddies from Decks and Docks here. They had a cool setup with one of their trucks, and they had a big old pelican. You know, pelican is our official bird of Mike's Weather Page because of Louisiana. Yours truly called it a duck. It was a pelican. But they had a great, I think it was the Shasta Parade. It was in Newport Richey, right? So they invited me to be on the float. We're doing some stuff with them in Furman for their float. And I'll hopefully make the next one because they were sure a lot of fun. I didn't know they had one, but they did. I was at Whiskey Joe's the other day, and I noticed they had a brand new seawall. And I reached out and we chit-chatted, I guess with one of the owners, maybe employees, but they got all their new seawalls from Decks and Docks. And I don't know if you remember, we did that live. It was really very informative. We were live at their factory showroom. And they really were talking heavily about this new composite style seawall than your typical flat, just concrete. And that's what Whiskey Joe's put in. And I noticed a lot of the seawalls in Daytona area that were compromised during Ian and Nicole. A lot of the ones that stood up very well were these newer style composite based corrugated kind of looking seawalls. So yeah, if you're in that industry, definitely check them out. They're great people and support the heck out of our page and local softball too. So, all right, we'll keep our eyes and ears open for storms Friday. Tomorrow we're going to get a more detailed outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. We'll probably get some sort of an outlook for Saturday. We're not sure how far down it's going to go. Doesn't look like the peninsula is going to get much again. But we could see storms on Saturday across the upper Gulf, East Coast to watch. So we'll see tomorrow. Day 3 outlook tomorrow will include this area, what it's going to do on Saturday. This is Friday, and this will be Saturday. So we'll see what that does. And like I said, later on, late Sunday, Monday, we're going to have storms back again for the upper Gulf next later Sunday, Monday. That's weather in a nutshell. All right, cool, guys. All right, well, I'm going to hit the road. Got stuff to do. We got a cool meeting with Tempest later. I'll let everybody know how that goes, and then we'll see everybody on Friday. And I'm going to post the cruise link here in a little bit. So I'm going to wait like an hour. That way, if you watch the Brew Crew, the Daily Brew, then you got priority over those that didn't. All right, have a great day. Shelly, we'll see you later. Enjoy your Wednesday. All right, we'll see everybody Friday. Bye-bye.